and in 1928 giving the first displays on the new Speedway tracks. The first in Britain where huge crowds saw Australia's crack riders in February 1928.
And it comes from Portsmouth. It's from the 30s. And this is some of the rarest footage we have seen. We can tell you the Wessex Stadium at Copnor Gardens, Portsmouth, staged Speedway 1929 and 30 was 382 yards long. In 29 they had 4 meetings, and in 1930 they had a full season. The Greyhound Stadium at Target Road, Tipnor, which we believe this one is, staged Speedway in 1935, just 2 meetings, Hackney and Haringey, and Wembley versus Wimbledon, which was abandoned, and the track was just 300 yards long. In 1937 there were 2 meetings, one against Basingstoke and one against Reading. And well,
but a new approach. A sport full of danger and spills, where at least one rider takes a header on every hairpin turn. There's one now. But they never stop. Just get up and go on at a dizzy pace. Skidding while traveling at top speed is part of the game, and the short spurts make it the most hazardous of all forms of motor racing. The main idea is to get to the finish line, no matter how, just so long as you get there. And the man who can keep his balance and his health is bound to win, if he doesn't bite the dust.
First of all, Frank Arthur, captain of Australia, and captain of Stamford Bridge. The next rider is Dickie Smythe of Stamford Bridge. The next, Vic Huxley of with Dickie Cate of Speedway. Ron Johnson. And now for the English team. The captain and present world champion, Jack Parker. Eric Langton of Belleville. The next two riders are a Wembley pair, Ginger Lee and the youngest international rider, Gordon Byers. Now for a Crystal Palace pair, Nobby Key and Tom Fountain. The West Ham captain, Tiger Stevenson.
Will you call, Frank?
Head.
Australia has won the toss. Which will you choose, Frank?
One inside.
The inside positions. The Australian team lead the way around the track, led by Vic Huxley, their captain. And here is the English team with Tiger Stevenson at their head. England in the white jerseys, Australia in the red. For the first time in the history of these Speedway tests, they're using the new type of starting gate, which is rather similar to the racing gate. The riders come up to the gate with their engines running, and using their clutches, they go away as soon as the gate rises.
test match, but not the kind you think, even though it involves the kangaroo on my left and the lion on my right. It's the second Speedway test. Australia won the first, and now England is fighting back. So hold everything. The battle is on. And this is one test that England wins by 63 points to 44. And now what about the other?
To the famous Speedway roar, riders churn up the cinders at Wembley's Empire Stadium. The Dirt Track Kings come back in the season's first National League match as Wembley Lions battle out the races with Manchester's Bellevue riders. From the lineup, Bellevue's Jim Boyd takes a spill. Hurtling round the track, it's a breathtaking wrestle with muscle and brain pitted against crazily swerving bikes. To stand up to the terrific cornering, they wear lead-soled boots. First victory went to the Wembley Lions in the match that brings back the roaring sport.
Introducing not a dance band but Speedway, a sport that combines the speed of modern motor racing with the thrills of an ancient chariot race, the sport of cinders. A cheering crowd of thousands is eagerly awaiting the start of the meeting. In a few minutes, the general chatter will be lost in the roar of the bikes as they tear around the track at head. To the side of the grandstand are the pits. Here the riders and their mechanics are giving our bikes a final check over. Crash helmets are fixed, and the numerous jobs that are found in a few frantic minutes before the start of the meeting are being completed. Plugs are then changed, and the bikes are ready for racing. It's now 8 o'clock, and sharp to time, mechanics, stewards, first aid men, and other officials march onto the track. These men in white jerseys are known as pushers. Their job is to push the bikes once the riders are on until the motors start. Finishing touches are being put to the track. The bikes are wheeled out for the first race. And here come the riders. The starting line is being marked out. The bikes are on the line. The riders are ready. The crowds have faced the seat thrilled. Will they get them? I should say so. The starting gate is adjusted. The wheels are within an inch of the tape. Engines are revved to the maximum. Clutches are slipping. Up go the gates and they're off. In league matches and in all races where 4 laps start, the race consists of 4 laps of the oval circuit. The riders have to go into and out of 4 broadsides at each end of the track, then into short, straight stretches where speeds approaching 70 miles an hour are attained. This is a close race. the bend. Down the straight, the riders have perfect control of their powerful kicking machines that weigh nearly 200 pounds. For protection, the riders wear a crash helmet and goggles, thick leathers, and a special left boot. It is on this boot and his left leg that the Speedway rider relies in making those terrific broadsides, perhaps the most thrilling part of any race. Down the straight at full speed, into the broadside that sends cinders flying towards the crowd lining the safety rail. They're entering the last lap, round the top bend. Down the straight, into the last broadside. And now for the finish. And here he is, the winner. Lights go up, and the riders return to the pit. They'll be racing again in the 4th heat, for each rider takes part in 6 races in an evening, and so the bikes have to be overhauled once more. Plugs are changed. Tanks are refilled. The track is being harrowed and raced. The crowd is checking the next heat on their progress. The next contestants are ready, so up go the takes and they're away! They race to the wheel into the first bend. No spills, and the 4 riders tear down the stretch. In the course of an evening, there are as many as 28 heats such as this. Nerve and skill play as large a part in speedway racing as the bikes themselves. It's no sport for weaklings. At this track, their star riders include a milkman, a shop assistant, a factory worker, and a couple of garage hands. They're entering the 3rd lap, and, hello, only 2. They're certainly fighting out, but where are the others? Ah, so you both took that corner too fast. Well, hurry up and get off the track. The other 2 are coming up. Oh, boy, just in time. Those finishing riders are men of the home team, so they collect full points for the race. The crowd roar their approval. And now, let's get to the last race of the evening. In fact, the last race of the last meeting of the present season. English weather being, well, English weather. Speedway racing finishes in October and doesn't start again until the following March. Everything's ready. The riders itching to get away. It's the deciding race. All set? Yes, they're off! The 4 riders go flat out to the first bend with cinders flying, sparks coming from the boot. The bikes bumping and leaping. They broadside round the bend and enter the straight with only a few feet between them. Throttles full open. 65, 70 miles an hour, and then into the next bend. The home riders need 3 points for the championship. The crowd are hysterical, the noise terrific. Faster, faster, and faster, each trying to take the lead and spray others with cinders. In the lead, down to second, back to the lead again as men and machines sweep into the bend. The wheels spinning, cinders flying, they come out of the broadside and into the straight. Wheel for wheel, spoke for spoke, they're so near it looks as though they're touching. They enter the last bend, the home captain is in front, but can he stay there? Nerves of steel, a screeching engine, all the track craft he's learned enables him to keep the lead and pass the post, a well-placed winner! As the riders go back to their pits. And what a grand finish of the season's race.
Famous Speedway riders get a few hours off duty to take part in a track derby at Bellevue, Manchester. And they filled up with alcohol, their bikes of course, instead of petrol. The riders include Eric Chitty, George Pepper, Oliver Hart, Bill Kitchen, Alex Stratham, Bill Pitcher, Ron Johnson, Bill Longley, Tom Price, and many other stars. Some of the bends are neck-and-neck affairs, with riders streaking out to the bounds in a breakthrough for the straight. Out of the bunch comes Eric Chitty of West Ham, the winner. Try and stick a finger in the sportsman's pie. A dirt track, a bike, and rocket propulsion. Announced as a potential new speedmaker, the rocket bike gets a test from Wembley skipper Bill Kitchen. Result, sparks and spectacle, but no more speed.